Today's video, I'm going to show you how to release the lower leg and the ankle from this side lying position. So to begin, you're going to set yourself up like so, on your side. Just make yourself comfortable. The knees and hips don't have to be at 90, just have them at a comfortable sort of angle for yourself. And we're going to begin with the top side foot in this position. So set yourself up with your feet together like this, so your toes are sort of lining up and your heels are lining up. So keeping your heels together, you're going to lift your top side foot away from your bottom side foot, like so, but keeping the heel together. And just do that to the best of your ability and notice what that feels like. You will feel that in the side of your lower leg and a little bit into the hamstring on this outer side here, just behind the outer part of your knee. And from there, just slowly let that relax back to rest. So you can see this isn't a massive movement, but you're going to feel quite a bit when you do it. So when you're ready, let's repeat that and actually take your fingers and just have them in the crook of your knee here. And as you lift the top of your foot or the toe part of your foot away from the bottom side foot, you will feel the tension in the hamstring here. You'll feel it up the side of your outside of your ankle. And you can flex the toes as well, and that will give you a little bit more. And then just nice and slowly let everything soften out and come back to rest. Now, you may even find when you're doing this that you start to feel some sensation up in your hip as well. That's okay. Don't worry about that. That's all good. You're going to get a release there as well. So let's do this a few times. Picking up the foot, the toes, heels stay together, flexing the toes, and just creating as much tension as we can clearly in our leg when we do this. And then slowly and carefully relax back to the floor or to the start position. When we're addressing the extremities like this, we want to make it a full body pattern as much as we can. So for the last few repetitions there, we've kind of just been focusing on the leg, but we want to add the top half to this so that it becomes a bit more of a full body pattern. So when we do this again, we're going to add something to it. So let's lift the toes up again, keep the heels together, flex the toes, make sure you can feel that effort in the side of your lower leg, and then just pick up your head a little bit like so, and make sure you can feel your waist working, and just feel how this kind of ties the whole thing together. And then slowly let your head come down as you relax the effort through the leg. And we'll do that 3 times. So we lift the head, lift the toes, flex the toes, and feel the effort down through the foot, lower leg, etc. And then slowly come on down. And we'll do that just one more time. Lifting the toes, turning the foot, heels stay together, lifting the head, getting some contraction on our waist. So you can still feel something happening here, some tension here in the hamstring at the back of the knee and up the outside of the ankle there as well. And then slowly come back to rest. So that's one aspect of the movement of the ankle that we're getting into there. Now there's another one we can do from this position. So again, you can have your hand in the back of your knee here so you can feel what's happening. Now this time you're going to keep your feet together, but you're going to do the opposite. You're going to lift your heel, top side heel from your bottom side heel, but keep the toe end of your feet together. And that's going to look like this, okay? So the heel has come away from the bottom side heel, and this is going to feel different now in your lower leg. It's going to feel quite different from the other one, but you're still going to feel some effort in your lower leg to do this movement, in your ankle and in your lower leg muscles, and then slowly come on down to rest. And let's just do this a couple of times. Now, the last time you were getting the outer part of your hamstring, this one's going to get more the inner part of the hamstring and some muscles in your lower legs. You're internally rotating the lower leg and then slowly relax back to rest. And in terms of your toes, whatever you feel like your toes want to do when you're doing this one, just go with that. If they want to flex a bit, if they want to scrunch a bit, that's okay. I would just follow your own lead. But you're just lifting the heel up. And you're going to feel it in the lower leg. Give those muscles. Once you start to feel your lower leg engage, you can turn up the tension a little bit so it's clearer. And then just slowly let that relax. And just like we did on the last movement, let's add a little lift of the head to this as well. So as we get the heel up in the air, we're just going to pick up the head, hip comes to the armpit, we get a little bit of tension down the side of the body, and then as we relax, we're going to come on down. So the more full body we can make the pattern, the better the release is going to be. Let's do that 2 more times. Lifting the heel, toes stay together, lifting the head, a little bit of a hike on the hip, and then slowly release. And 1 more time. Heel lifts up, head lifts up, hip hikes, or hip gets drawn up to the armpit, and then slowly relaxing back to rest. Okay. All right, so you're starting to get a bit more control over these lower leg muscles. Let's just now a couple of times alternate between the 2 positions. Don't worry about the head. You can leave the head down for this. So we're going to lift the toe end of the foot, slowly release, lift the heel end of the foot, slowly release, toe end of the foot. You can flex the toes in this one if it feels good. Slowly release, heel end of the foot. Again, you can flex the toes or scrunch the toes. Just do whatever feels most natural, or just leave them. And then slowly come back down. And we'll just do that 2 more times. And last time, lifting the toes and then lifting the heel and come to rest. Okay, so now that we've established some more control of the lower leg, let's just do this in tandem with a full side bend. And we're going to do a regular side bend, but we're going to have a bit more attention on what the foot is doing within the side bend. So take your hands, place it over your head like so, and you're going to pick up the head, point your ear at your hip, and now you're going to lift your entire foot off the bottom side foot. And as you lift your foot, just kind of lead with the outside edge of your foot, and you'll feel now that that takes in your lower leg into your side bend as well. And then slowly come on down all the way to rest. So even though our side bend is about the waist, by being a bit more deliberate about what we do with the foot within our side bend, we can include it in the movement. Okay, let's just do that 2 more times. Picking up the head, pointing the ear at the hip, pick up the foot, leading with the outside edge of the foot, flexing the toes, extending the toes, and then slowly coming back to rest. And we'll just do that 1 more time. Head picks up, ear points at hip, foot picks up, lead with the outside edge of your foot, and you'll feel it creates tension now in your lower leg as you're doing your side bend, which means you can get a bit more juice out of your side bend, and then slowly come on down to rest. All right, let's lay out on our back and see what we've got. So now that you're out on your back, just check in what that feels like on the side you were working with, all the way down the side of your body, all the way down into your foot. You'll probably find that you've got a lot more awareness of the lower leg and foot on that side, and they should feel quite a bit more comfortable. The leg's probably going to feel longer as well. Now, go ahead, stand up, have a walk around and see how it feels through that leg and foot compared to the other one. And then when you're ready, you can come on back, repeat it on the second side, so you can have both feet and sides and waists feeling equal. If you like these videos, you can sign up to my mailing list. There's a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.